Níix maitsky.
Níix.
Mishnamwa ticham kilusla.
Níix kumeshim.
Tsamoy. Níix tsamoy nashwa inmi níitpa. Iwa nishak inuna. Iwa púuy ʷáami pit anupa au. Iwa chapklash. Kuchaw achwe chna míitipa áypɨx pa chaw achwe púuy chna. So you're gonna pull up our board, Jonathan.
I wasn't quick enough to write down most of what you said, but I think you said Níix iwa and míitipa. Is that right?
Nishak inuna iwa púuy ʷáami pit anupa.
Mish?
Nishak inuna iwa púuy ʷáami pit anupa. I saw that there was snow high up in the mountains. Kuchaw achwe iwachna miti áypɨx pa. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. It's a word that when we say it enough times, we kind of get ourselves acquainted with certain terms. You know, like in the lower maybe areas like the where it's, you know, down low here, I guess, the lower valley maybe, or whatever. But that's just a word that came to mind. So áypɨx. There's so this kind of like what I guess the plains country or whatever, you know, like where it's the lower areas. So it hasn't snowed down here yet. Chaw achwe iwa chna míitipa chna áypɨx. So it's not quite here yet in the lower areas, snow. Yeah. Míšmaš ášapnit shinna. Does anybody have any questions so far? Míšmaš ášapnit nwityaw. Jonathan, Watím, ínaš winána, lumped pit anupa, and kuna natana, naami sinwit, timatpama. So yesterday I went up to Blue Mountain and they put in the, what is that called, Annie, that they put in? Is it, what was it that we installed, or that our IT guy installed? The Umatilla keyboard. Yeah.
The keyboard, yeah.
Yeah. So it's now, we have that, capability now, you know, with our college computer. So I think it's a you know, a big step ahead for us whenever we get the go ahead, or if you're going to be there, you know, to be able to be and a chikushna timasha. So we'll be able to use all our fonts. So I think it's a great thing. So what Tim is yesterday, ínaš, me, I, winána, went. Wina means to go, but when you say winána, it turns it into a past tense, went. And lumped is blue. I guess I need to put in there lumped pitchanu skuulitpama. There we go. The Blue Mountain Community College, anakuna. And we placed natan, tot is to place within or on, whatever. Natana naami sinwit, we placed our language, timatpama, to place, you know, they're talking about that keyboard, you know, timat is to write, timatpama. So we have that keyboard capability now. So Níix awiwa. And that is good. Ahwenash wapik. Wapik. Auch inmi tatpas. Auch inmi tatpas. I think the lambda doesn't need that extra L in there because it's probably included in there. So what I'm saying is I'm still washing all my clothes. Ahwenash wapik auch inmi tatpas. When we used to have a laundry day, oh my God, you know, our little station wagon, the whole back end would just be chock full of all of our, you know, baskets or garbage bags full of all of our clothes. And we'd pull into the little laundromat in Pilot Rock, and and it seemed like we'd take over the whole laundromat with all of our clothes. We'd be there all morning. It'd be just a one full day of just laundry. So we couldn't run off. We couldn't run off, go anywhere. We had to stay around and just wait for everything and get things done. Remember those days. And I can't remember who I was telling a story. I was being interviewed by one of my students. And one of the things I was talking about was we actually had an old wringer washer, those kind that you can wring the clothes, all the water out of the clothes, those wringers. And it was electric, all right, but boy, it really my nephew, when we seen those wringers like that, where you would run your clothes in there to squeeze out all the water. Of course, he stuck his fingers in there, and I had to stop the machine. He was when they had to unlatch it, so then he pinched his fingers pretty bad, and he was crying. Of course, the uncle that was there, what does he say? Do it again. Yeah, life was pretty crazy with those old wash machines. Yeah.
How do you say we are at the, and then fill in the blank to wherever we as a group are, or just me and another person? We are at the
Nawa, and then wherever that you're at, and then it would be blank, and then pa. Nawa. So like, because of what your name is and what it means, like it's a place name that you carry today. And if you were to put that in there, I guess you wouldn't need that pa in there because it already says where you're at. Nawa itpa. Itpa. It goes into a pa there, I think. Their name, pa. So that would be Nawa itpa. We are at, / Oregon. But any other place like mountains, Pitchanupa, Nawa, Pitchanupa. Or the river, Nawawanapa. So that's we can really just go off of that to wherever. That would be we, but for yourself, you would say nashwa. Then wherever you would be at. That help? Then to ask where, someone's at. So if you're asking somebody where they're at, mananamwa. Where are you? Then you would, answer with that. Nashwa Atimatawas. Atimatawas. I think it's Tawas. Atimatawas. Atimatawas. I'm at the store. Yeah, good question. We are, so that na. Sometimes it, we, you could say it that way, na, or nama, nawa, nama, or nam, and even nam and nawa, but it's just easier to just say nawa, just including you or more than one. Nawa.
Fred, does that namen mean something different?
Nam and it's I think when my elder Twawa, when she would say that nam, and she would then we would be talking about us as a people. We like we nam and imatalam slam, and like when she would refer to nam, and when she would say talk about us as the Umatillas, us Umatillas, so to speak. Okay. So when we say nama, we're just making a statement of ourselves, all right. Us, me, or we. Ypɨx nama nakucha. That's how we do whatever. Okay. Where's Dewey today? Oh, Dewey left hand. We had a pretty good gathering over there over at Walawa.
That's good.
Yeah. As far as we know, there's nothing negative came out of it, as far as like anybody coming away with any sickness or anything. They had good food and good visit, good laughs. Yeah.
That's good. Is anybody from up this way down there?
No, I don't think so. Terry Parr, what is her last name? Winecoop? Her and another lady, I think from over there. I think they're from Coeur d'Alene, aren't they? But Terry's originally from here. But her and another lady were there, for the channel blessing, and then for the meal, what have you, and stuck around a little while for the dancing. But no, just Sam Penny from the Nespers, and another lady that's Neptech, Rachel. I can't remember her last name. But John and Lynn Meninick and their son JJ showed up to dance, sing and dance. But we had, 6 drums there to sing, and, at least about 20 some dancers, I think, or I can't remember, about 20 dancers maybe, huh, Annie? Yeah. So it was good. But you can still feel the chill in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, so wasn't slick style weather. But yeah, it was good. So we got that out of the way now. So we're move on now with whatever else that we need to do. But on the 24th, also Kite Les Minthorn, he had a dream. and he was telling Armin Minthorn about his dream, that what he wants to fulfill as part of his dream up there. And on that 24th, he wants to have a horse parade. And so he has connections up there with a niece that does own horses up there at Joseph. And she's going to bring those horses there to the longhouse. And he wants to have, you know, a horse parade with that old warrior song that we sing here for that.
Oh,
So Woodrow Star is, I'm not sure if he's going to bring horses or not, or how many they're going to have. I know I won't be able to be there because I'll be out of town, but you know, like I said, that's what he wants to do. And you know, Les is getting older, and he went through a surgery to have some kind of a procedure done, but it kind of helped him. He helped himself to kind of regain his strength, but at the same time, he wants to fulfill what he's, you know, I guess what he's seen in his dream. And what he's seen in his dream was to be on a horse, or either have the horse parade.
mm.
Yeah, so that's going to happen there. So Soy's aware of it. So
Better have soy too.
huh?
They have soy right too.
Yeah, I don't know how many they'll have, but if you don't want to fall too far to the ground, then just get on a Shetland.
Yeah.
That'd be me. Yeah. Pasunknikta. Pasunknitsta. Yeah. Sunknit is the parade. Yeah, they're not really putting that word out there, you know, in terms of like an advertisement or anything. You know, everything just by word of mouth with whoever's aware of it. So, but pass the word.
Okay.
Yeah. I know some of the pictures that I've seen in the past, you know, and there's that one book. I think the spelling on it is, what is it? Pet. When is it McCorder? Not McCorder. Meany, that photographer. He took a lot of pictures of Chief Joseph up there in the Spelum.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of pictures of a lot of Nez Perces there. I have that book here somewhere, but boy, them women could really parade back in those times. You know, even here, you know, even during Roundup and stuff, the women could really ride well up into their 80s and 90, you know, year old elder women, and you know, men still riding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here today, probably last time I've been on a horse, geez, about 4 or 5 roundups ago, and couldn't walk for a whole day. It was funny because that horse that I got on, I don't know what was wrong with him. It's like he just wanted to go backwards. I was kicking him and he'd go backwards. So I just said, well, I'm going to turn around, I guess, and sit on the horse backwards. So yeah, he was actually, I think he was a woman's horse. He didn't know my commands as a man.
Oh.
Hey, Gumish, what do we got so far, Jonathan? Whew.
Yeah, good bit so far.
Okay. Does anybody want to do some practice on reading? Anybody want to practice reading? Reading your language?
I'll give it a go if no one else is.
Kumish?
Níix inmi níitpa. Náš inuna púuy ʷáami anupa. Nwityaw míitipa ypɨx. Míšmaš ášapnit nwityaw. Watím ínaš winána skuulitpama nata naami timatpama. Watím wina skuulitpama timatpama timat Níix winash wapix inmi tatpas winash wapik inmi tatpas nawa library pa nawa itpa nawa anupa nawa wanapa nashwa library pa mananamwa nashwa pa namana wa library pa naami namana wa blank pa namin Umatilla be rapping. Ayküsh namana kuka ku pasunknit kaput.
But what does that word mean? Dewey, I've seen that word on that title of that book. It was spelled Kopet.
I think that was the author.
Oh, that was his name?
I think. I know what book you're talking about, but I haven't seen that book in years.
Yeah. Yeah, I just remember the title of that book and yeah, okay. Kumish níixnam ititaman timani sinwitna. Kicham kilusla. We itpa ititamak timani timat.
Níix inmi níitpa. Nash inuna.
Inuna.
Nash inuna púuy ʷáami anupa. Cháu chna míitipa
Hold on, Jonathan, could you put an extra I in there on míitipa?
Míitipa.
There you go. Okay,
Míitipa.
go ahead, read that one again.
Okay. Cháu chna míitipa chna áypɨx.
Ypɨx. Yeah, ypɨx.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Áypɨx. áypɨx, Míšmaš, ášapnit, nwityaw. Watím, ínaš, winána, lumped, pitpɨx, pitchanu, skuulitpama, anakuna, nata, naami, timatpama. Watím, wina, lumped, pitchanu.
Yeah, pitchanu. It's kind of funny how that word, even though it's with the barred I spelling, but a lot of times the pronunciation, it's like that word. Even though that the barred I for us is the like the sound,
Yeah.
sound,
Uh-huh.
and it's spelled like that in the dictionary. But yet when we pronounce it, the way I remember learning that word is basically without the barred I, like pitchanu. You know, pitchanu. So sometimes we just have to just overlook that barred I and just go with the way that it's
Sounds.
you know, not be so concerned about the spelling part, but mainly the sound, you know, that we want, because otherwise we're saying patchanu, and when we should be saying pitchanu.
Okay.
Yeah, pitchanu. Okay.
Lumped, pitchanu, skuulitpama, timatpama, Níix iwa. Ynas, wapix, klauch, inmi, tatpas.
Okay, winash.
Ynas,
Wapix. Klauch. And
míitipa.
Yeah, even that lambda sometimes, you know, because that's supposedly the TL sound, and sometimes growing up, like Mildred and I, sometimes she'll say klauch, you know, for all, and then yet in the dictionary here it's all spelled with the lambda, the TL sound, klauch. So it just depends on, I guess, how, you know, whether, you know, because I think there is a word that is stated klauch that has its own meaning. But so when we say klauch, all, so we're talking about everything, all. So because it's not an ejective lambda, so it's just a klauch. Yeah, klauch with like a TL, klauch. Yeah.
Okay. Nash, wapik, klauch, inmi, tatpas. Nawa, library pa. Nawa, itpa. Nawa, pitchanupa. Nawa, wanapa. Nashwa, library pa. Minanamwa.
Oh, yeah, mananamwa.
Minanamwa. Okay. Nashwa, matawashpa.
Atai matawas.
Okay. Nashwa, matawaspa.
There you go. Níix.
The store. Namanawa, library pa. Nama, naminawa, library pa.
or namen.
namen. Oh,
Nawa. Yeah, namen nawa.
namen nawa. Library pa. Namen imatalam slamen. Slamen. Aikush namana kucha.
Aikush. Okay, one more time. Aikush
Aikush
namana
namana
kucha.
kucha.
Yeah, there you go.
Ku pusunknit a bit. Kut.
Okay, good. Níix, any questions on that, on your recitation?
Could you say the last one again? The book.
Oh, that word there, kpit. Kpit is a bead. Yeah, kpit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That was just a question I had about the name of the book. I need to find it and then look at it. I still have it checked out from the Yakima Nation Library.
Nice.
Yeah, one of those I used to check out from Yakima, and then still got it checked out. Anybody else want to give it a whirl for some recitation? Annie?
Níix samoy iwa inmi níitpa. Náš inuna iwa púuy ʷáami pitkanupa. Anaku chow akwai iwa chna míitipa chna ypɨx.
Pach, pach.
Say it again.
Ypach.
Ypɨx.
Yeah, ypach.
Ypɨx. Ypɨx. Míšmaš wa ášapnit nwityaw.
Ášapnit.
Ášapnit. Watím ínaš winána lamt pit kanu skuulitpama pa anakuna
Natana.
natana naami sinwit timatpama. Watím wina lamt pit kanu skuulitpama ta timatpama timat níix iwa. Wynáš wapyx clow inmi tatpas. Wapyx clow inmi tatpas. Nawa níitpa. Right? Did I say that right? I'm at home.
E.
Nawa winána. They say that right?
E. We wallet. We wallet it.
Skuulitpama. Nawa pitkanupa. Nawa wanapa. Nashwa níitpa. Minanam wa.
Mananam.
wa. Nashwa mata waspa.
Ataimatawaspa.
Ataimatawaspa. Namana wa níitpa.
Namanawa.
Namanawa níitpa. Naminawa níitpa.
Namanawa.
Naminawa.
E. Okay.
Namin imatalam slamen. Aikush namana kushka
Aikush naman na kocha.
koha. Pasund knit and kapit. Kaput.
But
Kapit.
yeah. Good. Any questions on any of the words or the?
Yeah, can you scroll back up? I know I messed up the namenwa, and then can you say those ones again?
Yeah, nama nawa. So
Namenwa.
like nama. So you're nama nawa. And then for that extended sound, then it becomes naman nawa. Naman nawa. Okay. Nama or naman. So it's another way of saying, you know, we, us, nama, nama, nawa. So it's almost like you're saying that when you say that nama, nawa, like us, we, you're like saying it twice in there, that top one there, nama. And then again, you're like nama, nawa, we are us, we. So it sometimes
And then,
comes.
so if you scroll up more, you said that it was nawa. So is that the abbreviated of that one that's below?
Yeah, so it would be like nawa, nawat, like, you know, like if we were to say like we are Indian, you know, just to say that as like a nawatanan, you know, nawatanan, we are Indian, you know, that, or, you know, same way, nama nawatanan, you know, nama nawatanan, or nama nawatanan, you know, just depending on how that you want to, you know, make that statement. And it in a you know, like I think when we were doing our BMCC language, we were, you know, like adding he in there, you know, like for us also, or myself also, you know, like namachi. There's different ways, namacha, or, you know, there's all these different ways that it gets you know, added on to namachi nawat, namachi nawatanan. Yeah, namachi nawatanan. We are Indian too.
Fred,
Mish.
that tanan, does that mean people, person?
Yeah, it gets referred to that you know, as people, person. But you know, I've always just noted as we, as the Indian people, though, because of you know, we were, you know, because it's I know it has an implication of we as the people, because it's either inma or tananma, you know, tinma or tananma for, you know, for we as, you know, the people. Yeah, so like, and it can be broken down, you know, like tananawit, you know, like tananawit or tinawit, you know, then it gets into I guess the people way or the Indian people way, right?
Kind of like being Indian.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the same in when we say titokan. You know, people say that it means Indian, but really it just means a human or a person.
Yeah.
Because years ago we didn't have a word for Indian. You know, before the white man came. That's why my elders, when it came down to it, they said we talk titopatim. You know, that's the people's language. So, you know, when I tell my students, you know, that I tell them that's what I say my elders would talk titopatim. You know, they would mess up and say, oh, nimi putim, but then after a while they'd say, oh, I shouldn't say that because we don't really know what that word means. So they would say titokatim, because that's what they said, their elders said. So I try to tell people, you know, titokan, it doesn't really mean Indian, it means human being, a person.
Just like you know, in prior discussions that we've had, you know, about natitite, you know, natitite, you know, natitite. So that's also another reference, you know, for you know, people.
Yeah, that's
Because-
ours. Yeah, we say nwit. That's like the human race.
Natitite, that's a new one. I like the way that sounds. Natitite.
I think they're E's. Nwit.
Natitite. Yeah, again, then when I listened to that recording that you gave me of Sam Sturgis, you know, he really emphasizes natitite, you know, the way of the people. I think that, you know, that's really I like that word, natitite. Yeah, natitite. Yeah. One more I think in there. Natitite. There you go. Okay. Well, I'm going to get ready for my next class here pretty quick. Again, anchamash kwasanawa shamash shamatesh in the cool tlaukimipum paishin kicks chiao and the maini nurse isikwa shamps. So just again, appreciate you guys, the way you guys that we're teaching you, that way that I'm teaching you guys in this way, and that the way you guys are learning to read it. And so piney what the you know, after a while it'll become easy. Aykpɨx naami. That is what we want. So piney what the yeah, after a while it will be easy. Okay. And you've been quiet in the back there, Leslie.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Eating.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So, and Jean, how's your weather up there?
Rainy.
Yeah.
Yeah, usual.
Well, if we got a little rain here, I'll probably ride out in the creek and go look for some ypɨx. Yeah, the cottonwood mushrooms.
Mm.
Haven't had that in a long time.
Yeah.
So how you doing over there in Lapway, Candace?
Hot. It's just been cold
Oh,
and
okay.
windy.
Well, tell the folks, Todd's Maui.
Okay.
Todd's lying. Yeah. Good you could join us, Renee.
I'm recovering from all that homework that Jonathan and Gretchen give us. Those guys, they're like slave drivers. I was up all night doing homework. I just don't know what to do. I wish it was more like this class. Never mind. Did Jonathan disappear? He disappeared.
As soon as he saw you, he left.
Yes.
Antamun ipaista pinapskripa nasakino tamata shanta. So we'll see you again when the next fourth day comes.
Mhm.
Out.
Now, Shamash.
Yeah.
Finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.